does it mean to possess a land? If your mind went elsewhere, Nigeria is a very religious country, so your mind went elsewhere.
I have no words for you.
To possess a land in real estate means that you have physical control or occupancy of that land. Land possession is distinct from land ownership. That seems like a lot of grammar. Let's break it down. What that plenty grammar meant was that you can be in possession of a land and still not be the owner of that land. Being in possession of a land means that you have the right to occupy that land. It does not make you the owner of that land. Now, there are two extremes to this. There are scenarios where you can be in possession of a land and you can be the owner of the land. And there are scenarios where you can be in possession of a land and you cannot be the owner of the land. So let's look both ways. Let's start from you being the owner and being in possession of it at the same time. Now, when you're the owner of the land, it means that you have the total right, you paid for this land, the documentation, everything is in your name. You are the owner of that property. Now, how do you take possession of a property that you own? One, dwarf fencing. You can decide to dwarf the perimeter of your plot or as many plots as you have. Just a little dwarf fence, a little fence, not too much, not like five, just small, just 3 to 4 blocks, just sticking up. Or you can decide to put heaps of sand there, or you can decide to plant something, anything, not leaving the weeds that are there. If let's say, okay, you bought a property and the estate has not been cleared, it's not that weed that is there that I'm talking about. Like, you can just plant something, cassava, corn, whatever it is you want to put. Ornamental crops, you can decide to plant there on your property. Another thing people use for possession is beacons, but in my own humble opinion, beacons are too small. Sometimes you can't even see them. Sometimes you can pass a beacon and you might not even know what that is. There are so many reasons why possession of a property is so important. But let me give you a very important one. You know, as I hate to admit, in this industry, people scam people. People sell properties they are not supposed to sell. People market properties they are not supposed to market. And people buy properties that they have not verified the ownership of that property. As somebody that has gotten that property now, you're the owner of the property, you want to take possession of the property, you have done your fencing. Let's say one of these unfortunate people bring a client to come and buy property. The minute somebody sees your fence or the plant or the sand on that property, they're going to be less interested in it. And if you go to buy a property and you see fence there and the person that took you there is telling you this is a verified, oh, they're reselling it, make sure you ask for the land search number to verify the authenticity of that property. Also, another thing that you can do is that you ask them to show you the documentation of that property. You won't see it. It's not you. They'll say, oh, they are reselling. You say, okay, okay. Ask. Make sure you ask, because real estate is a very important investment. Real estate also requires a good amount of your income for you to invest in real estate. So imagine after this investment, somebody is telling you story. Somebody is telling you, oh, it's my property. Oh, it's your fight. Come on now, we don't have that time here. So make sure that you take possession of a land. Now, I've listed 4 different ways in which you can take possession of a land as the owner of the property. The one I would recommend is dwarf fencing. You can be dwarf fencing or you can be non-dwarf fencing or whichever one you want to do, but make sure that you fence the perimeter of your property. Nothing too much. Just do that. Okay. Now let's look at the other way, which is when being in possession of the land and you're not the owner of that land. When you're in possession of a land and you're not the owner, it means there's a landlord and the landlord is the owner of that property. Now that landlord has given you the property for a period of time, which is known as a lease. Let's say they gave you for 12 years, for 10 years, for 2 years, depending on what your agreement was. Let's say you're looking for a place to farm or you're looking for where to do something, but you need a land, but you don't have the budget for investing in a land right now. You can get the property on lease with your agreement with the landlord. Somebody leases their property to you. Do not go and build house and start doing rental real estate. You can do that, but that's for special scenarios where you and the owner of the land are in agreement. In those cases, sometimes the owner of the land will have more percentage than you will. So now that we've spoken about both extremes, possession is the right to occupy. The right to occupy a space for a period of time, a land for a period of time. You are in possession of that land. You may or may not be the owner of that property. Possession is something you must do as somebody investing in real estate. A frequently asked question is, would you like to take possession of your land first or perfect your titles first? Do both. I've told you people this thing. In real estate, there's nothing like scale of preference. Everything is important. Every single step is important. You miss one step, it can be detrimental. It might be detrimental. So make sure you don't miss any step when you're investing in real estate. And if your budget cannot afford perfecting your title and taking possession of your land, can you really afford the real estate? Because it's advised that you always budget more than the actual price of the property. This is the end of another insightful video. I know you've gotten value from this video. My name, as always, is Blessing Abraham. This is Real Estate with Blessing. I will see you on Friday. Also, if by now you've gotten to this part of this video, you've not liked, you've not subscribed, you've not commented, you've not shared this video to your family members and all those WhatsApp group and your Instagram story and your Snap story, do it now.